Hello, Namaskaram, Hare Krishna. Today I'm going to be doing another book review, and it's going to be on a Hindu catechism book called Dancing with Shiva, and it looks like this. And this is a series of books. I think there's two more. One is, let's see, this is Dancing with Shiva. I think the next one is Living with Shiva, and then there's another one, Merging with Shiva, if I remember correctly. But as you can see, this is quite a thick book. I'm not through it all yet. So before I go ahead and buy the other two, I'm going to finish this one first. This is a book by the Himalayan Academy, which is a group by Sadhguru Shiva Subramanya Swami, and they are a South Indian Shaivite group, and I think they're Tamil based mainly. I think his guru was from Tamil Nadu, and a lot of their literature is Tamil. Well, most of their literature is in English, but they have a lot of Tamil poetry and Tamil translations of many Shaivite scriptures and works. But I just love their books because they are always so easy to digest for anyone, and especially their catechism books, or catechism. I'm not exactly sure how you say that. But it's similar to, like the Catholic catechism or catechism. But it's like, what is Hinduism about, basically? What is Hinduism? What is the Shiva? And this is, I cannot, give my praises enough to this book and to Sadhguru Shiva Subramanya Swami and to this group, because they have done such a beautiful job of making so many concepts and so much history, so much poetry, so much literature, scriptures, ideas, philosophy, all very easily digestible, and they've put it in little bite-sized pieces that's very easy to understand and to actually realize, because this isn't necessarily about, it's like so much of reading this book is learning about yourself, because Hinduism is like this huge toolbox of different instruments of tools to use for self-realization and for God realization and God consciousness. Now, one of the reasons I appreciate this so much is because I was not born into a Hindu family. I was born into a Christian family, very Christian, very conservative. All of this stuff was way off limits. But anyways, I was really unhappy with Christianity and all of that, and eventually found my way into Hinduism, which was great, and I loved it. But I had to dig and fight tooth and nail, in my research and reading and studying, because I had studied many different religions, traditions, ideologies, philosophies before, but I have found that the Indian traditions, like Hinduism, and sometimes the African traditions, like the Yoruban, like Ifa and Santeria, it's harder to get good, reliable, authentic, good, juicy information in English. And then, so this is great because a lot of books, a lot of the English books on Hinduism are too lofty or outdated or aren't pertinent to what it is. It's a very academic, and this is more in your daily life. What is Hinduism and how to live Hinduism. So this is a manual too. Now, I didn't know this before I got this book, kind of if you saw my other review on a Ganesha book that I have by the same publishers, by the same Kauai monastery. I didn't know they had black and white and color editions of their books, but all of their magazines, if you do their Hinduism Today magazines, or if you get any of the catechism books or any of their other literature, they always have really beautiful artwork in them, and I highly suggest that you get the color copy, because there's so much art, you'll really want to appreciate it, and it just brings something to it. I mean, I love this book, but in the future, when I get the other two in the future, I'm going to get the color copies. But this is cool because you can go just a page a day, and let's see here. Like this one day would be, how can we learn to dance with Shiva? And there's a shloka, or a Sanskrit verse, and then there's a bhashya, or like a commentary of Sadhguru Shiva Subramanya Swami. So, you know, that could just be your picture of the day, and then you have your shloka, or your little prayer, your Sanskrit verse, and then you have a commentary on it. And you just do that day by day, and slowly you'll learn about Hinduism. And then I think after maybe 5 or 7 days or something, they put in a double page section like this, with all sort of different quotes from Hindu gurus and saints and rishis and all sort of different people. And they're really beautiful quotes, and like very deep, and like they make you think, you know, they're very profound. Here's another beautiful picture. So you really need to get the color edition to be able to appreciate all of this. And you know, it starts out, it's good to start out at the beginning. I know some people like to jump around in the manual books or the how-to books, but I think it's better to start out in the beginning, because this is meant to slowly introduce you to certain things. So in the beginning, it's, you know, focusing a little bit more on bigger concepts, or I guess smaller concepts that are just easier for people to understand. And then it gets more into the details of like, okay, so here's, you know, a little bit about Hinduism, this big picture, but now we're going to look at like, what is a sampradaya? What is a sect? So what is Shaivism? And that'll be one day. And then they have another day of like, what is Smartism? What is Shaktism? What is Vaishnavism? And they have like good question and answer sections as well. Those are really nice, I find. And then once you get, I think this is meant for like a year, to go through in a year. I'm not sure. I should probably know this since I'm doing a book review, but I just go at my own pace. Sometimes I'll read 1 page, sometimes I'll read 4 or 5 pages, and sometimes I won't read any at all. So, but you know, whatever I've learned in here has been really great. And it covers everything in life, from like, what is Hinduism's view on marriage? What is Hinduism's view on death? And what is Hinduism's view on like education and raising your children? And what is Hinduism's view on the elderly, or your ancestors, or taking care of your seniors? Just about every kind of aspect of life. Diet, Ayurveda, vegetarian and vegan living. That's all covered in here. And there is quite a sizable section that actually teaches about all the other religions as well. So it'll say like, okay, so today we're going to learn about Judaism, and then here is Judaism in comparison to Hinduism. And then there will be another section on, okay, we're going to look at Christianity, and then Christianity in comparison to Hinduism. So that's really cool too, because if you're from any of the particular traditions, like I just opened up to Sikhism here, you'll see like, here's the main Sikh beliefs, here's the like synopsis here, the goal, the path to attainment and such, and a synopsis of the beliefs, and then compared to Hinduism. So they have Taoism, Hinduism, Jainism, Confucianism, Islam, Zoroastrianism, all, just about every religion here. It's pretty cool. There's a pretty good section on Indian history, and going back like thousands of years, kind of, you know, laying out important events like the birth of Shankaracharya, and who is Shankaracharya, and those sort of things. Let's see, what else? There's a great section on the samskars, or the different stages of life, I guess you could say, like getting married, and you know, the first time your baby eats solid food, and the naming ceremony of the child, or this a funeral, like different rites during the life. They go into good detail about that, what that is, and how you can be a part of it as well and create that in your life. And then there's a huge section on just definitions and glossary throughout the book, because there are so many new Sanskrit terms. Even if you're a Hindu, there's probably going to be terms in here that that will be new for you, or maybe that you didn't know about. So even though I found this after I had been exposed to Hinduism for at least a decade, so I'm pretty familiar with Hinduism, although I'm not a Shaivite. I don't. I'm more familiar with the Vaishnava kind of path. I found this to be super enlightening, super informing, or informative, excuse me. And I really recommend this to anybody that has any interest in Hinduism, especially from the point of not just wanting to study something from an academic standpoint or kind of like an armchair philosopher, but like, let's get into it. Like, let's get into it and like feel and live what is Hinduism. So this is really great for that. Like I said, everything is so condensed into a very easily digestible way that I'm just so grateful for it. And I think that anybody from any path, any tradition, any nationality, I think would be able to benefit greatly for this. So this isn't just for Hindus, this isn't just for people of Indian origin. I don't know if I said this earlier. If you are Indian or Hindu, or you are familiar with that tradition, you'll still learn a lot from this. If you have no idea what Hinduism is, get this book and you will learn a lot about Hinduism, and you'll get a really good foundation. I in the 15 years I've studied, I'm no professional, or I have no degrees or anything. I'm just very passionate about these things. This is one of my most highly recommended publishers and group. They do a very, very good job. So my pranams to the to Sadhguru Shivaya Subramanya Swami there. I'll post a link to their website online and some of their social media, I think, and you can go on Amazon very easily and find used copies of this. Just make sure that you get a color copy, because you want to be able to appreciate all those pretty pictures. Okay, alrighty. That's all for now. We're almost at 13 minutes. Oh, I gotta cut down these videos. Anyways, take care, you guys, okay? Until next time. Hare Krishna.